we're going to be looking at some Moeller accent pairs today. So, sets of two accents together in Moeller strokes. Two main Moeller strokes today that need to be looked at. Now, Moeller is simply a way of breaking down the mechanics involved in drumming. All the exercises today go right, left, right, left, right, left. What we change are the motions associated with these right lefts. Okay, so two strokes that we need to look at. The downstroke, which is high to low, and then the upstroke, which is low to high. Okay, now you accent on the downstroke because it's going from high to low. And the upstroke is just a tap, so it's a lot quieter. Okay? So down, up, down, and up. They're the two things that we'll be looking at in phrases 1 and 2. Phrase 1. So right, left, all the way, and we're starting with two accents and two quieter notes. Moeller-wise, this is what it should look like. So we're going to go 2 downs and then 2 ups, nice and slow. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Okay, it's very important to practice these slowly so we can get the motions clear and our brain can compute the mechanics of what is going on. Once we've got it slow, we can then speed it up. It's no good speeding it up unless we've been able to take on board what's going on. Let's start it slow and I'll speed it up for you so you can hear how it sounds. Okay, so that's phrase 1. 2 accents at the beginning, then down, then 2 upstrokes. Let's move on to phrase 2. Phrase 2, we change the pattern slightly. So we start off with a down, then we have an up, then we have an up, and then a down. Okay, this gets us ready for the next down, which will be on the first 16th note of beat 2. So the 2 or the pair has moved along slightly. We end up leading with our left hand. If you practice this, you'll feel it on your left hand because you're following with your left as opposed to starting with your right. So nice and slow, I'll keep the hi-hat going so you know where the beat of the bar is. Here we go. Okay, and if we speed that up, so from slow to fast, you'll hear how it sounds. Okay, so that's phrase 2, where we've moved our pair along slightly to go on the last and the first 16th note of each beat. Moving on, we can phrase these accents around the kit. So once we have the pattern clear on the snare drum, we've got the movements correct with our arms, and the Moeller motions are correct. So 2 ups and 2 downs. Sorry, wrong way around. 2 downs, 2 ups. We can then start to think about how we're going to use it around the kit. What I've written out is a simple thing using the 2 toms that I have. I play a 4-piece. So we've got a low tom and a high tom. What we're going to do is we're going to move the accent pattern to these 2 toms. So it should sound something like this. 2 downs, 2 ups, and the 2 downs on the toms. I'll play it nice and slow to start with. So. Okay, so it's quite a nice little lick that we can play. If we speed it up a little bit, this is how it should sound when it's in a groove context. So I'll play it fast first, then I'll play it in a groove. So we've got, it's quite hard, let me do it again. And in a groove context, that's quite a nice phrase around the kit. A little bit of interest using both the toms and the snare, making sure we keep the motions the same. Moving on, phrase 2 around the kit is pretty similar. So, bearing in mind our motions are still down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. We can then move that to the toms as well. You find you lead with your left. Down, up, up, down, down. Okay, remember, this is off the beat, so you're always going to have the 16th note before the beat is going to be an accent. So it's anticipating the beat. In a groove context, let's hear it. So again, that's quite a nice phrase that we can use around the kit, integrating the toms, adding a bit of interest into it.